Om Om Sadashiva Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavato Sahano Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mahavidyushavai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So good. Just one minute. First one. As we are talking about Shraddha and their division, after discussing this puja, the discussion came about food. So in the last class, we discussed in details how this ahara, especially the food, is divided into three categories. And of course, later on, yajna, tapaha, danam, that will be seeing. So in short, if you remember everything put together, the first point was the source of food. Under that, many things are involved. I think I have not added one person, so that's why say now people must be really breaking their head. Sorry, this is what the problem is. Okay. So, because what happened is last moment password was changed, so all these things, big issue. Okay. Coming to the point. So in the food also, we discussed in short the source of food. So under the source of food, there are various factors that we have discussed in the last class. Then the next point is what? After the source of food, we also need to understand that quantity of food. That also determines, okay? Suppose you are having Sattvic food, but this much amount. You understand? So not going to work. Then after that, also mode of eating that we have discussed in short. So now with this background, now let us look at the verse, or else what will happen is you people will think, Swamiji, you are creating your versions and you want to scold us from different region because I got some to know now. Swamiji, when you want to communicate something, you know how to communicate, okay? Please, Swamiji, be very nice to us at least, okay? And you should be happy that at least we are attending your class. Let us read verse number 8, okay? So 8, 9, and 10, these three verses talks about three types of food. So 8 Sattvic food, 9 Rajasic food, and 10 Tamasic food. So verse number 8. Ayu sattva rogya sukha priti vivardhana rasya snigdha stira hridya ahara sattvika priya. So says beautifully. So ahara. So these foods. So what are they? That we'll see. Sattvika priya are loved by Sattvic people. So what are they? So the first he uses word, one particular big word, but we need to see, each word. Ayuhu, Sattva, Balam, Arogya, Sukha, Priti, Vivardhana. So that means Ayu 1, Sattva 2, Balam 3, Arogya 4, Sukha 5, 6, Priti, 7, Vivardhana. You can take. So Vivardhana is, increase. So 7 are there. Now what are they? So first is we say Ayu. Sattvic diet gives you longevity. That's why we say very nicely, Ghritam vai Ayu. So Ghritam, the ghee indeed is longevity. That's why Ghritam is being used for anything and everything. But unfortunately, this this pharmaceutical mafias to sell omega product thoroughly, they destroyed the ghee concept. And you know how much omega product they sell. Whereas if a person consumes ghee regularly, not too much, okay, not allowed. If a person consumes ghee regularly, definitely your joint pain, this pain, that pain will not be there. Okay? Nowadays, present day doctors will not agree because they are being taken care of by what? By the pharmaceutical companies. However, the food must give you longevity. If the food does not give longevity, how can you look at it? Then the second point is called sattvam. So sattvam means we call as monobalam iti. So that which gives you mental strength. So that means I need to develop mental immunity. So mental immunity to what? To difficult situations, especially violent emotions. So the food that gives me mental strength so that my immunity system is increased, mental immunity system. Because people, especially during COVID time, they didn't go crazy because of the physical immunity. No, they went crazy for mental immunity. And you know better. And if you remember, or some of the videos you see, you will laugh at yourself. You also must have done or might have done. Okay, what before entering the house, including money, the currency to be washed. Nothing will come to the home. And wife, especially lady, will be holding in India bucket of water. Pour. Only they did not put their husband inside the washing machine. If there is some machine, that they could have done it, okay? I'm not telling you jokes. So very nice, very funny thing. Then comes, next is balam. So balam means physical strength. Actually, vegetarian food gives physical strength than non-veg food. Non-veg food is not food at all, will be saying. Especially if a person is a spiritual seeker, cannot afford to have non-veg food, and of course alcohol. No chance. It doesn't work. There are hundreds of papers available. I don't want to talk. That's not my point here. Because the system that we have, the pancreas, the digestive system that we have, the human beings have, is supposed to be for vegetarian food, not for non-veg food. And people have, especially doctors now, they have understood at least what happened. They will say earlier that egg to be taken, or else where from you will get the protein. You need to have meat. Where to get protein? This was, some 20 years back, doctors' advice. Now they have changed. They understood, okay? Because the cauliflower, from cauliflower, the amount of protein that you get is much more than the protein that comes from the meat. And interestingly, the protein that you get from the meat, it never get resolved in the body. Like iron tablet you have, for example, sake I'm saying it. So what happens to that iron? You think everything enters into your body? Everything goes to the toilet. It's very simple. Whereas if you get greens, if you eat greens, there are greens which is having iron. That whatever body can absorb, that will be taken care. Let us not, this is not our medical science class, so we are not talking. So to highlight that, vegetarian food gives you both mental strength and physical strength. Because a non-vegetarian food is not food at all. Even the one religion follows especially says that we are embodiment of ahimsa, but they can eat non-veg food. How is it possible? I don't understand till now. Because they will say they are God yet. Because the one who said there is no God, he became God. And because they are God yet, so that's why they can eat. However, so here also we need to see what next one, which explains why vegetarian food we highlight. Sukham. Sukham means that which gives you happiness, comfort at the time of eating, and of course after eating, both. But what happens if you observe non-veg food? Yes, it gives you happiness for the tongue that moment. Later on, does it become heavy or not? So that means we also need to understand this very carefully. Then also it has to give you sukha, sukha priti vivardhana. So this sukham, comfort, priti, it should be pleasurable. And at the same time, it should be rasyaha. So when you say rasyaha, which has to be delicious. Snigdha. So snigdha means we use very, it should be not dry. When it's sticky, snigdha actually is called sticky. Not oily, okay? Need not be oily completely. With water, oil mixed together. But it must not be dry. And stira is called nourishing. And of course, most important thing is called hridya and also pleasing to the eyes. That's why we say the look and feel should be there with the food, both. If the look and feel both are not there, definitely you cannot call that is food. Somebody said, hey, look, the best wife knows the taste of best husband and also knows from which hotel or which restaurant that food comes. This is the present day, okay? I am not telling you jokes. It's a very long story to make it cut short. When I was in Chennai, I was staying in another ashram. So one lady in the morning used to bring, this rasam badai, sambar badai and rasam badai both. I cannot forget this in my life. And morning breakfast, sometimes I wait because that Swami will say, today rasam badai, sambar badai is coming breakfast. I said, huh? Okay. So, okay, I'm waiting for it to have breakfast with him. And the first day I had. So I had my own doubt. And she said, Swamiji, that Swamiji asked, hey, so early you drove and when did you get up? When did you prepare? Oh, Swamiji, 4 o'clock I got up. I did all these things, blah, blah, blah. You can see. And I was those days, literally crazy fellow. And interestingly, those days I had almost explored all restaurants nearby in that area. Okay. Some we were 2, 3 guys who are there. Now one is in over. I think 2 are gone. So we have tried everything. I felt something is familiar taste. So I kept quiet because I want to confirm. Then after again, few days again came. So again I was given. So I also there I objected. No, something is wrong. No, what are you talking? So then third time what I did is I asked somebody to get that. And I said, Swamiji, I have prepared with love. Because I just repeated that person's word, okay? Stupid, what are you doing? I said, look, this is from such and such place, okay? Vishranti, okay? I'm giving the name now. So because Vesanagar, the person comes from that area. So definitely Vesanagar, we have Vishranti. From Vishranti, the lady was bringing it. Now, can you call that as Sattvic? In fact, the first day itself, I objected. But what choice do I have? So that's why what is to be done here is to understand this concept, instead of diverting your mind, that one should take food to nourish one's own self, not to indulge one's own self. Both way people do. Some people, do this dieting. You understand, what they do it, go garage. And some people completely engross. Zero figure or big zero figure, okay, both, okay. Potato figure, let us use the word potato figure or zero figure. This is zero, okay. Both are not healthy. Because we say very carefully, the person's face and body should look good. And not necessary that you have to be potato, okay? Don't become potato. Be careful. That is another problem. Because I remember very nicely, I'm adding this point, long back in Rishikesh. When I was having some food in somewhere, so I asked only, I need some two chapati, two roti anda. Then the person said, what is this? Guru होने से पहले guru होना चाहिए. So the playing with the words, okay? Before becoming a guru, second guru means you have to be heavy, bulky. So that's why you can see all the Swamijis having good stomach, tummy and everything, because look has to be there na, as a Swami. However, I'm not talking about that. The point is here, food is a major role in our life. So that other two verses I have to see today. Because in food, eyes are involved, taste involved, nose smell involved, touch involved, and also ear involved. When the talk was so nice, food this, that, good, all the discussion. So when all the sense organs are involved in food, one has to be careful with reference to food. That's why we say that house is a house where there is a kitchen. Without kitchen, it's not a house. It is not a house. It is just lodge. And where in the kitchen regularly cooked food is called a home. And when the food is offered to the deity, then only is called as what? Please understand. That house is called a temple. That's why one has to be very clear, careful. With this, let us go to the next verse, or else I'll be just going round. Katvam lavanat ushna tikshna rukshya vidahina ahara rajasa sweshtha dukha shoka kama kamaya prada. Yeah, kamaya prada, correct. Dukha shoka, sorry, correct. Dukha shoka maya pradaha. See, dukha shoka amaya pradaha. So the moment you say what is this, little bit you split differently, so meaning goes entirely different. So coming to the point here, this is called Rajasic food. Aharaha rajasya ishta iti. So ishta means highly desired. By whom? Rajasasya, by the Rajasic people. And these are the food. And who are they? Ara Kattu, Amla, Lavana, Ati Ushna, Tikshna, Rukshya Vidahina. So the word Ati means you can add everywhere. Ati means very, okay? Extra. So extra Kattu. So Kattu means what? Bitter. And extra Amla, sour. Extra Lavana, salty. Ushna, super hot. Do you know? Especially in winter countries, the dining hall is next to the kitchen, or inside the kitchen is dining hall. I don't know why. This is called new trend in India also. I see, all these, dining hall and kitchen must be joined together. Is wrong. Is unhealthy. Dining hall cannot be joined with the kitchen. They say there is a word they use also. And nowadays also, I have seen also many people, in India also, while cooking place, there should be a sitting place to eat. So that hot dosai, because all the other time achara, okay? Hot dosai from the pan should come to the plate. Anyway, I don't want to get into too much. It's not right, okay? You people better know. I see in overseas now it has spread this disease to India. In fact, if you observe, if you ask me, as many of you know this, by God's grace, I have not gone to a dentist. First time, I don't know, one dentist in Italy, I called him to see. You are shocked. What? You have never gone? I said, no, there is no need of to go to a dentist. Do you know why? Because if you don't eat hot food, cold food, you don't have to go to a dentist at all. Simple logic. What you people use? You use the spoon. Use in your hand, you will see. Because if you can put your hand in the soup, if the hand, your fingers can take the heat, that means it is okay, good for the gum. You understand the logic? So if the hand cannot take, how can your gum can take? So most of the problem with this dental problem is related to the gum, and of course other complications comes. However, let me not get into again. So here it says beautifully, everything is extra. And what happens? Not only that, it says, look, dukkha, shoka, kama. So that means what? Dukkha, shoka, amaya, pradaha, not kama. Dukkha, shoka, amaya, pradaha. So that means that which cause pain, sorrow, and ill health. That's why these people, including I see some Swamijis also here, it's a beautiful way. In Vandara time also, they will say, because generally when they come here, we follow our diet, that as a diet. So like Sattvic Ahara, then they need some salt, lavana. They will not ask for salt, okay? Ramras. It's a new name, okay? So you have to, don't, they will not say, no, please bring some salt. No. Ramras. You have to tell Ramras. So what can you do? In fact, sometimes I ask them, no, some of them know it's perfectly done, but those who have problem, they can have. This is the word will be used. Those who have problem, they can have. So in short, dukkha and shoka, these 2 points we need to understand. Dukkha means that which creates problem, now, sorrow, and shoka means that later on brings the problem, long run problem, short term problem and long run problem. Starting with sitting in the bathroom, okay? So I don't know whether it is long run or short run, okay? So if you have too much chili, all this food, what will happen? You will enjoy. Then later on, what you will do? You will sit in the bathroom, enjoy, and there you say, oh God, why did I do that? So that's why what is to be done is, but this Rajasic people, they love that. In fact, they will say, look, please add a little bit more chili. And not only that, they say that, okay. They also say that, look, the food must be energetic. Because if I don't feel the presence of the food, you understand, with the sound, then what is food? This is not worth. Yes, those people are good. At least because of that food, they can work for a long time. For working standpoint is good. Like, munching sometimes once in a while, junk food, good, but not good for your spiritual growth. And especially Rajasic food is not good for spiritual growth. And in long run also, the body does not support Rajasic food either. Let us look at the next verse. I'm sorry. यातयामं गतरसं पूते पर्युषितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम्. So this is called tamasa priyam, is preferred by the tamasic people, this food. So this bhojanam, what are they? Yata, yat, yata yamam. So this has got two meanings. Either the food is not cooked properly, or which is already cooked 3 hours before. So any food that is being cooked 3 hours before, not supposed to be taken. That's why sometimes this salad is not good because it's not cooked. And we say very clearly, carefully, that food is supposed to be taken, if you want to understand. That food is supposed to be taken, which food is offered to a deity, not this present day deity, okay? So don't go to this Hare Krishna temple and that food. I'm not talking about that. Go to the old temples in India. So whatever they offer in old temples in India, they follow everything in details, including vegetable. For example, potatoes are not allowed. In the temples in India, potatoes are not allowed. There are a list of vegetables, including chili is not allowed. Supposed to be done with black pepper, not with the chili. And moreover, why I'm highlighting this point very carefully, that salad point I brought it very carefully. Actually, we look at Agni as Devata. So Agni being Devata, it purifies the physical aspect, the bacteria and other aspect of the from the food. Also, it purifies the astral aspect. So that's why we very carefully say that the food must be cooked. Anyway, nowadays, once in a month, cook and keep it. That's why he says it's not allowed at all. Why? Then he says, Gata rasam. So Gata rasam means what? Which lacks nourishment. That's why any food must be watery. Water content. That's why non-veg food doesn't have water content. We add water, okay? That's why after non-veg food, you feel like drinking more and more water later on to digest that. Whereas if you have green vegetables, you don't feel like drinking that much water. So Gata Rasam, then Puti. So Puti means which has got foul smelling. It starts smelling because it's very old. And that's why best example is this alcohol. You understand? As many year old, the price increases. Swamiji, don't criticize too much, okay? Please, don't do that. I'm just keeping quiet, okay? Then Paryushitam. So Paryushitam means actually a night old. If any food is cooked before night, it is polluted. That's why we have a beautiful concept, very carefully I would like to say, when there is a special eclipse. If any food is being cooked before eclipse, cannot be taken after eclipse. It has to be thrown. including in, suppose milk and few other things we allow. Even though milk is boiled, we allow it with one condition. The logic I can tell you openly. That's why we keep Darwai, the kusha grass, so that astrally must not be polluted. That's why all the deities will be also kept with the Darwai, with the kusha grass. And any food that is being cooked in the night cannot be taken in the morning, including your cakes. Not allowed. You can see for yourself when you cook in the morning and eat, including bread. Then what is there and eat. But anyway, whether it's practical or not, I don't want to talk, okay? But that's why we end up with a psychologist or we have our own problem. And we go to the hospitals. Many things happens. So that is up to you people, okay? Then the worst part is uchishtam. So uchishtam means what? Leftover. And especially for South Indians, I can say, I'll come to other people. So while eating, half dosa is left, okay? Let it be too much. I can have in the afternoon. You understand? Half dosa. You throw it. No. Half chapati. So piece of the bread, and coming to Italy people, you people, what happened? Same bread will be cut, kept it, leave it. Okay, we'll have in the evening. Again, it will put it back, and from that again, it will come in the evening. It's like no. In the restaurant, I go crazy in those days. As a rule, one is not supposed to take bread in the restaurant. I'm not telling you this is my personal observation. I may be wrong. You can see for yourself. Suppose the bread has come to you because they give few breads, they have given 4-5 breads. Now you take 2. 3 are left. Now you have touched your left hand, right hand, whatever you have done. Now you think they will put back, throw it in the dustbin, those 3-4 breads, whatever they have taken. Don't worry, again it will come to somebody. Yeah, forget about that. I'm not telling you jokes. Star hotels in overseas, forget about India. I don't want to talk about that. Overseas, in star hotels, the food that is being left over, that is being heated up and again served in star hotels. That's why I tell everybody, especially in Indian case, never ever take biryani or any fried rice in any restaurant or hotel. 99% it is old food. 99%. Okay, let me not get into, okay? This is not right in my part to talk. That's why restaurant means, don't worry, somebody's left over you are eating, okay? I'm not telling you jokes. If you want to check, you can check for yourself. I had been to one restaurant in Italy. Fortunately, unfortunately, I was allowed to because it was an Indian restaurant in Trento. I can tell the name now. So I entered inside. Okay, when I was talking about all this thing, the moment I saw, in fact, as per the rule in those countries, you cannot enter. So because of me, so they allowed. What I saw, I don't want to talk. In fact, they served me separately, differently. This boy, when I said these are things, no, we are making differently for you. Only these are the things can be served to you, nothing else. Very clear. However, let me not get into too much. And especially when you eat, you know what they're called? All these, what is that called? All this juice inside the kupta, malai kupta, this kupta, that kupta, okay? So something, whatever left over. If you eat complete, fine. Or else whatever left over, don't worry, it will go to somebody, okay? Sorry, don't, let me not. Then, cha amedhyam. So amedhyam means impure. In short, that which is not offered to the deity. So we say, because why it is amedhyam here is being, in third chapter we have seen it, this concept. The food that is not being offered to the deity, that is called impure. That's why whenever you cook, you must cook for deity, not for yourself. So in mind, when you are cooking, think that you are cooking for the deity. And what deity will like, what is right for the deity, definitely is good for your body and mind. Unless you have Tamasic deity. You understand? So if you have your Tamasic deity, wish you all the best. Okay? I think I should stop today. More of it we'll see. Please. Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.